What is up, guys? Welcome back to Call Me Old Fashioned, where we talk everything bourbon, whiskey, and of course, old fashions. So we just got done with our normal professional style live stream of the night. We did a blind tasting of about 6 different rye whiskeys. Ultimately, you're going to have to go watch that live stream if you want to find out the winner, but I will say, price doesn't always matter. Now, one of the new whiskeys that was in the blind was the Still Austin. The Still Austin straight rye whiskey. I will say, for 49 bucks, Texas whiskey, not even 100 proof, it's 99.6 proof. It's solid. It's some solid juice. I will say it didn't come in first, but you'd be surprised to where it fell compared to the other ones. We had Wild Turkey Rare Breed Rye. We had Redwood Empire Rocket Top, Redwood Empire Emerald Giant, Bullet 12 Year, Bardstown Rye, Still Austin Straight Rye. Some heavy hitters in there. It wasn't necessarily a budget-friendly live stream, I'd say. Everything was around $30 and up, but I gave you guys my insights, let you know what we were thinking. Go watch that video if you want to see the winner. But now we're moving on to that late night pour version of the stream. We just kind of kick back, relax, hang out, have a drink. I'm going to have a little bit of a pour of the Still Austin by itself with, now that I've refreshed the palate. I also have something that most people here aren't going to care about is the Crown Royal Whiskey Sour Cocktail Premix with Black Cherry. That's what it says on there. That's why I said that. But yeah, this thing's getting a little bit of hype online, so I wanted to try it out. It's also good to have a good little cocktail every once in a while, but at the same time, didn't feel like making an old fashioned. I make those quite a bit on here, so I figured we'd switch up, get a little whiskey sour action going. So, welcome to the stream. Happy Friday. Happy. What the fuck is this, Saturday? No, it's still Friday. Happy late night Friday. Happy early Saturday, depending on where you're at. Let's get the drink. What are you guys drinking on? Are you drinking a little beer, a little whiskey? Are you drinking vodka? Because that's fucking weird. But welcome to the stream regardless. Cheers, boys. I will say, after I looked up the tasting notes on this thing, knowing the honey note in there, it's so prominent, I have no idea how I missed it, but the honey note's the best part about this whole thing. And it has a good rye content, obviously. It's 100% rye, 100% Texas, if you're getting complicated. Eric says, you're lucky, I like you. We were about to stay on the Discord party chat and not show up here. I mean, shit, go. If that's what you want to do. Hey, if you're here, feel free to drop a little like on the stream. Help your boy get some new family members. That way we can replace Eric as a wrench, apparently. Kidding, can't replace Eric. Danielle says, I can barely hear you again. Danielle, are you got your hearing aid turned up, or? Because my volume is higher than it's ever been. I'm not screaming at you, I'd say that, but no, my mic's at the same spot. I think that's a you thing, Danielle, because everybody else can hear me pretty well. Can you hear me now? Good. Anyways, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the stream. Happy Friday. Hopefully you're doing good. Hopefully you had a good work week and now you're ready to unwind, have a drink, have a cocktail, or have a glass of water. See, Davis over here, even though he's not a Panther fan, said volume's fine. Appreciate it, Davis. Glad you can hear me. Eric says, I got nothing but love for you, bro. I love you. I don't care. Danielle says, I turned my phone down, left my ass off, I forgot. Hey, expect nothing less. Expect nothing less. Bro, the volume was weird. Before stream, I was like, where do I normally put this? So, you guys are throwing me for a loop when you ask that. Because I'm like, did I fucking fuck it up? But I'm going to have this pour right here. Ain't going nowhere. Actually, it's going to go to the side. It's going to go right over here. And I want to dive into this little whiskey sour cocktail. I've been jonesing for a little cocktail. Don't feel like making my own. You guys know me in the pre-mix stuff. I'm a big fan of premix just because it's super easy. If you want to spice up, you put a garnish on there, but most of them don't even need it. Daniel says, I'm sitting in a thunderstorm. Didn't want music too loud, Eric. Ha 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 ha. Mr. Mom said, FYI, in reference to the crowd earlier, SLB was running their monthly live stream. They have 156 subs. It ended about 5 minutes ago. I don't know who that is. So, but I'm glad they have that many subs. So my live streams, when you go on the wide angle, they never really get too much. That's just a common theme. Not a lot of people actually watch my my live streams like that. But I like to grow to different to people. That's why we do these, because it does help pump out to different people. Davis says, "What's wrong with Canadians? We own hockey." Davis, I'm so glad you said that. I'm so glad you said that. Hold on. Fuck, I fucking have it on that thing. Hold on. Don't. Nobody leave. I'm so glad you said that, because the people that actually own hockey is actually Florida. Florida has a Stanley Cup. How many of the last 5 years? And Canada has how many? How many does Florida have? I'm just saying. Hey, I'm just saying. I'm not trying to throw you under the bus. So who actually owns hockey? Florida. You're welcome. Mr. Florida man owns hockey. Wait till this season when Florida gets it again. Hey, I got like 40 days left, I think. 42 days? No, it's probably like 40 days now before the season starts again. I'm talking my shit all the way up until. So, that's all, Davis. That's all. I still love you regardless. I gotta, it's my only time, you know? It's a 1 year out of 30, one summer out of 30 summers that I get to talk that shit. I'm talking that shit. You know what I mean? So, I'll check myself here when season starts. Unless we just go undefeated, and God help everybody. That's all. Sorry for the rant, boys. Sorry for the rant. Eric said, tell them again, call me old-fashioned. They didn't hear you. You're welcome. You're welcome. Who said that? Mr. Mom said, SLB is a father and stepson bourbon channel. Well, that's kind of cool. I will look them up. I bet you that's fun. I wish I could drink with my dad. Damn, we're getting dark. I'm not going down that road tonight, boys. Sorry. Daniel says, wait, Florida to Canada because you won once? Laugh my ass off. You ain't making playoffs. I'm talking shit now. That's crazy because even Tampa's been spanking y'all's ass for a couple years. So you're welcome. Thomas says, what are you drinking now? So Thomas, I'm going to drink the Still Austin just to get a little gauge of like how much I like it standalone. But I'm probably not going to I'm not going to do a whole live stream just on this Crown Royal premix whiskey sour. So I'm going to drink it now. I've been dying for a little cocktail action. I may make a short. If I make a video, I expect you guys to go watch it, give it a little love, but I want to try it out. If you guys, I like whiskey sours though. Like number one's always going to be old fashioned, hence the channel. Call me old fashioned, but the only time I'm really drinking mixed drinks is when it's summer, right? When it's time to go to the beach, time to go to the pool, I want a mixed drink. I don't want just whiskey straight up. Like sometimes it's too hot for it. But a whiskey sour at the pool, hey, I'm here for it. So this is going to be Crown Royal, which is Canadian whiskey. Nobody likes Canadian whiskey, but Crown Royal has a special place in my heart. It's a little nostalgic, right? It's the first whiskey I ever drank. But it does say it's made with black cherry. I don't know why black cherry instead of the blackberry that they just came out with. Whatever. I'm here for it though. Let's give it a little try. See what we think. Boys, hey, real quick. Hold on. One more. That's why. So let me give it to you from a non-whiskey enthusiast standpoint. It's really good. Now it's weak, right? This is 46 proof in total, right? 23% alcohol. It's a little on the weak side. This was like 13 bucks. You can get a bigger, you can get a 750 milliliter bottle of this for like 20 bucks. If I had to tell you to go buy it again, I'd tell you to buy the bigger bottle. Mixed drink, if you're just like, ooh, whiskey sour, that's what I want. And you're not like, ooh, I want my whiskey sours to taste like whiskey, right? Like heavy whiskey, little sour. This is for you. This is really good whiskey sour, but it's not like, it tastes more like a whiskey, like lemonade, right? There's nothing like too complex with it. It just tastes like decent lemonade with a little whiskey sprinkled on top. But I will say for like 12 bucks, this is solid. Like, cause you gotta think about it. This is the price of like an expensive beer or really shitty whiskey. I'm down for this. I don't really taste the Canadian whiskey-esque. It's just more like sour mix with some whiskey on top, but the sour mix at least is good. The black cherry is fairly faint. I'm trying to go full review on you guys right now. I'm not trying to do that. I'm just saying it's good. I'd buy it. If you're a fan of whiskey sours and you're okay with having like a budget version, because this is not like making it yourself by any means. This is pre-mix, throw it on the shelf. When you want a quick cocktail, throw some ice, throw this in. This is a good substitute. I'm here for it. You guys can talk all the shit you want about Crown Royal, but that's a solid pickup for 12 bucks. Daniel says, laugh my ass off. I'm tipsy when it's Canadian team versus American team. We win the cup, not so much. Laugh my ass off. Damn it. Tried to tell you. Oh, damn, I missed some things. Daniel says, when it's America versus the States, we own hockey. The cup, not so much. Eric says, SLB is a pretty good channel. Darren's good. Love it. Darren's good. Love it. Dark, good. Love it. I don't know what you're saying, Eric. I'm tripping. Is his name Darren? Darren. I don't know who that is. My bad, guys. I wish I watched more YouTube. I'll look them up. I'm not saying they're bad or anything. I just don't know them. That's me. That's my fault. Mr. Mom says, just got to see pics of my grandson on Facebook. They're coming over tomorrow. Mr. Mom, super pumped for you, bro. Oh, damn. I don't want to get into that kind of stuff, though. Fuck me. Thomas says, never had a mixed drink with bourbon ever. This isn't with bourbon, it's with whiskey, just to clarify. But hey, Thomas, let me make you an old fashioned. Thomas, where do you live? Which state are you in? Orange Cat says, Danielle. Okay, I'll just skip that. Danielle says, not brown nosing. I'm just against your tomfoolery, Tux. Tomfoolery. Orange Cat says, never engaged in an act of tomfoolery. That's debatable. Thomas says, I'm a diabetic, can't have sweet stuff. That's okay. A little sweet or like just no sugar in general. Chris Cunningham says, dang, now I want a whiskey sour, LOL. Thank you for turning me on to Russell's Tenure. Hey, you're welcome, bud. Russell's Tenure is solid. This right here, Chris, just so you know, whiskey sour from Crown Royal. I'm a big Crown Royal fan. Not that they're like really good. It's just nostalgic to me. But this is $12 for like a 350 milliliter, 375 milliliter, my bad. And it's like 12 bucks. It's decent. It's nothing too fancy, but it gets the job done. I'd say it's like overpaying for like an expensive lemonade with a little whiskey in it. It's not high proof. It's 46 proof. So where normal whiskey, like weak whiskey, is like around 80 proof, this is under that. But that's because it's a mixed drink. Honestly, I'm not mad that I bought it. I think it's actually really good. So I'd say pick that up if you're at the liquor store and you just don't want to make your own whiskey sour. It's cheaper than buying whiskey and lemonade and sour mix and all the other shit. So Thomas says Michigan. Well, Thomas, I'm never going back to Michigan, so we'll meet somewhere in the middle. I'll make an old fashioned. Michigan sucks. Michigan has a lot of fucking bees. So David says, if Canadians would only play on Canadian teams, we would win the cup almost every year. Davis, I'm not saying you're wrong there. I'm just saying then Canadian teams need to market to their Canadian players and tell them to sign and draft there and re-sign there. Because when they all come to Florida and we start winning cups, guess what? That's Florida teams, baby. Chris Cunningham says fuck me. He says the bottle looks nice, so that helps the appeal. This, bro, a little purple action, it's kind of sexy. That sit on the shelf, a little premix, somebody's gonna look at that and go, what's that? I'm like, a little CR mixed drink, a little whiskey sour. They're gonna say, damn, let me try it. You know? DC Long says, what buzzin', cousin? 3-finger shot of Jameson in your honor, going down now. Hey, DC. I don't have Jameson, but cheers, bud. Appreciate the damn 3 fingers, bro. God damn, bro, you gotta slam 3 fingers of Jameson. Hey, I'll finish this. I'll finish this. I'm not doing 3 shots. I mean, I appreciate it though. Good enough, right? It's not the same. I understand, but Thomas said COVID messed up my. Thomas says Florida has too many snakes. We don't have that many snakes. It just seems like that on TV. I'm going to make a whole nother video on this. But just so you guys know, I'm pouring a second one. If you've ever watched any video of mine with the premix stuff, just want to point out, I don't do seconds. We don't go back for seconds. Crafted cocktails, served chilled. This is perfectly crafted cocktail is ready to enjoy. Chill your own bottle of Crown Royal whiskey sour poured into a rocks glass over ice with a garnish with a cherry. Garnish with a cherry? Bro. Fucking don't threaten me with a fucking good time. Garnish with a cherry? Give me a sec. I gotta garnish with the cherry, boys. It's my bad. I already know this fitting to slap, bro. I know it's fitting to be so good. That's too much. It's fitting to be so good. It's about to be so good. DC says, by the way, what camera are you using? The quality is superior. Cheers. DC, not to toot my own horn, right? So my day job is a wedding videographer and photographer. So I use some super expensive cameras. The one right here that I'm pointing at, this is a Canon R6 Mark II. Down here, second camera, is that Canon R5. If you told anybody, they tell me to swap it. My own reasons, I like them the way they are. This camera right here is worth more than most people's car payments by like 7. This one is about everybody's car payments by like 5. They're expensive, but the reason I have them is for the weddings. They're very necessary for that stuff. But I also know how to set it up. You know, I have expensive lights here. I got them behind me, so like I put in some work to it. I know my stuff, but I appreciate you pointing it out. I will say, if you guys know who I exactly am by any means, you can look me up. We were on the Ellen show, me and a couple of my buddies. We won. Chrissy Teigen picked ours for, it said, what'd she say exactly? It was a video we made, by the way. I can't take all the credit. I did a lot of the filming. But They said the production quality of our video was so high, she had to pick us to be on the show. So if you can find me on Ellen, go find me on Ellen. Oh, put the cherry in, boys. Put the fucking cherry in the drink, boys. Chris says, "Have you seen the Florida got it on flip phone guy? Got it on my flip phone guy. LOL, he's funny." I don't know what that is. Eric's, I know, right? I'm from Indiana. They crack me up. Florida people are fucking hilarious. I will say the Crown Royal drink, just so everybody knows, added in a little. There's 2 cherries in there somehow. Add 2 cherries in. It's fucking delicious. Now the little cherry, the dark cherry juice in there, because you're gonna have the extra anyway if you're buying that cherries. The ones I use, just so you know, is from the Filthy brand. Little dark cherries. They're kind of pricey, I will say that. I like the Woodford cherries, but those are even more leveled up. Mr. Mom says, I bowled league with a girl that would always ask for a steal the cherry out of my whiskey sours. I got her in a rocks glass with about 25 cherries and a shot of JD. Had to drive her home. Mr. Mom, just so you guys know, I won state for bowling way back when. #1 in Florida for bowling. I think it was 2016. Don't double check me on that. It was one of those years. It was around that. It was a youth league back then, but I'm pretty nasty at that. Thomas says Florida man has nothing on Northern Michigan man. Thomas, stop it. Stop it. We wrestle alligators for fun here, bro. I will say this whiskey sour is the bomb. It's really good. So I'd say pick this up. It's a definite buy now. $12. Can't pass that up. You gotta pick it up. For $12, you know what I mean? Like if you ain't got $12, don't go in the liquor store. But if you want to take it to the next level, add in a black cherry as a little garnish. Just a little bit of extra juice sends it. Sends the drink. It's a little sweet though. It's a little sweet. I'll give it that. You don't want to have too many. You'll give yourself a hangover. But it's delicious. Mr. Joker finally says, "What's up, family? How's everyone doing?" Mr. Joker, we're doing good. You missed a live stream earlier. We did a full blind of rye whiskey tastings. I know, crazy. Me, rye whiskeys, totally get it. But we did a blind. I'm not going to tell you who won. I'm just going to say, go check it out. If you like rye whiskey, if you don't go check it out. It's a waste of time then. But now we're moving on. Still Austin straight rye whiskey was part of them. I never had that before the blind. So it was cool to have something I've never had in a blind, trying to pick it out. Couldn't pick them out, by the way. But the pour is really good. I'm not going to say the notes online are completely 100% accurate, but that's just my palate, not everybody's. But Crown Royal came out with a little whiskey sour pre-mix cocktail. A little black cherry flavoring in there. Not much, but it's good. By itself, it's really good. Adding a black cherry is undefeated right now. Joker says, heck yeah, blind? Sweet. Yeah, I did a blind. I had the wife pour them up. I came in, tried to figure out which was which. I will say it was the first time I ever did a blind, and I couldn't tell you what was what. I just could tell you what was the best. I said, hey, this tastes the best. This is why. This is the best. This is why. Second, third, last place. I couldn't tell you which one was which. Normally I try to go, oh, this is still Austin. You know what I mean? I couldn't do that. Even if you asked me to now, I still couldn't do it. They were all so similar, but like also very different at the same time. But like it was just the nuances that you taste on your palate. Like you're like, oh, okay, that tastes cheap. That tastes expensive, higher proof. It was just so weird to try and do that with rye. With bourbon, I'm fairly good at picking them out. I know exactly what I'm drinking most of the time. The rye is different, especially added in the still awesome I've never had. So I definitely advise checking it out. It's a good watch. Chris says, have you tried Sagamore rye? I have not. I'm not honestly the biggest rye person. I just slowly started working into rye. I got a little mini collection. I said, let's do it fucking blind. Let's do it. Just to make sure what I like is actually what I like. I had a few ryes early on that I just wasn't for me. So it kind of steered me away from ryes. Now I'm slowly working back in. Bourbon, the sweeter stuff, still awesome. Bourbon Cask Strength, Redwood Empire, Grizzly Beast, Single Barrel, New Riff. Those are all still better, in my opinion. Miss Joker says, how can you tell your taste buds has advanced from when you first started to now? How can I tell? I mean, honestly, I could say my palate has evolved expeditiously. That's the vocabulary word of the day. No, I'd say just overall, I feel like I can taste a few more notes comparatively. I can figure out the proof in my head when I taste it a little bit easier than before, where I'm like, that tastes proofy. You know what I mean? Like I can figure out a little bit better now. I'll also say like one of the things I'm better at is like the more times you do a review, the more times you think about the notes, the more often they pop in your head when you're drinking them. That's why I always tell people when you drink whiskey and you want to find notes, drink two. Have the notes up in front of you, reread them. Because even like this one, I pulled the notes up afterwards, just be like, hey, what's in there? And I was like, this supposedly has a honey note, right? And when I taste it, now I taste it after having like fucking 7 pours. I'm like, okay, the honey note is actually extremely prominent and it's really good. But I didn't catch that on the blind. I'll say on the blind, everything was so like similar that I was so thrown off that I knew it wasn't going the way people wanted it to, but it's the way it went. So Chris says, everyone knows, including myself, say what you just said. Not really into rye. Who all these people into rye whiskey? Seems like there is a rye release for every company. Most companies have a rye version. There's some people that are really into rye as far as like whiskey for each company. Some people like that shit. And it's totally fine if they do, right? That their palate is more formed to like the spicier stuff rather than the sweet stuff. They're not a fan of the sweet, they like spicy. They want the higher proof, not the lower proof. Totally fine. I had a few ryes early on that were just fucking disgusting. I was like, fuck all the ryes. So I never bought the rye version of anything I liked. And then I slowly went back and we figured it out. There's a few ryes that I really do actually like. So was I completely wrong? Yes. Was I in wrong of thought? Probably not. So, but I just explain it so that way nobody thinks like I'm trying to be some rye expert. I'm not. I know bourbon, I know whiskey. The rye portion is newer to me, so that's why I do those disclaimers. All right. So it's been about 30 minutes. Who wants to call in? Do you guys want to call in, chat some whiskey, chat some bourbon? Because I'm all about that. Because I don't want to just talk to myself all night now. You guys can feel free to call in if you want to. One at a time will pop in. I'm not going to add in like 17 at a time. But if you guys want to, feel free to call in and we can chat a little bourbon, a little whiskey. I dropped the link in the chat. Yeah, let's have a good time. Danielle, you can call in first. It's okay. As long as you say go Panthers. Tuxedo, I expect you to call in. There's no excuse for having a wrench and not calling in. I can't even call you Orange Cat. It's always Tuxedo. I'm done calling you Orange Cat, by the way. Just so everybody knows, just because I like to throw shit out there, if Tuxedo calls in tonight, I will create his own intro of cats for the next time he calls in. So that way he has like an epic intro. Just so everybody knows. Joker always calls in, Tuxedo. It's you that's lacking. Joker always calls in apparently. Tuxedo said Eric first. Is Eric still here? Oh, he's still here. Joker says, yeah, I always call in. He does. I'm not going to... He doesn't show up for a lot of live streams. He takes breaks and stuff. But if I drop a call-in link, usually he calls in. I'll give Joker that. Orange Cat says, I'm not feeling it right now. I'm underwater. Yeah, so is this fucking fantasy team. Thomas says, what's the cheapest bottle you own that you actually like? This one's definitely better to this than to me. But this is 100 proof. 18 bucks, 20 bucks. I prefer this one. But if I don't say this one, everybody tries to fucking kill me, so it is what it is. I'll pick this one up first, but both for 40 is a good deal. So Danielle keeps saying her phone's lagging. Hey, your phone's always lagging, bro. Eric said I clicked on the link and it asked if I wanted to report. Report to duty or what? Report it for what? Orange Cat says, now I'm really not calling it. Bro, your fantasy seems trash and you're fucking coming at me? That's your fault, not my fault. Miss Joker says, LOL, yeah, sorry, I do miss a lot of lives. Not really on my phone, a lot for YouTube. Being a dad and work and gym, it's tough. But suck it, TC. Joker, the best excuse I've ever heard. Bro, I totally get it. Dad and work alone is tough enough. Add in the gym, it's already, you're now juggling 3, which is damn near impossible. Try to add in me getting fucking drunk at the same time. I totally get which one falls to the bottom totem pole. The kids. So I'm glad you're here. Welcome to. I'm kidding. I'm kidding. No, I totally get why you miss some live streams. Totally fine. I'm just saying, for Tuxedo's purposes, when you're here, you usually call in. So. But no, this one's my favorite budget bottle. I don't care what everybody else says. That's just me. I know it's lower proof, but the flavors to me is just what I like. So Eric says the link is not working. Eric, I'm gonna drop a link one more time just in case. I'll post it in the community chat then as well, just for fun. I just posted it in the community tab. So if you guys want to call in, feel free to call in. Just go to the community tab if the chat is not working. Mrs. Joker says, yeah, you're right. Call me old fashioned, then kids. LOL. F those kids. Hey, I'm trying to tell you, bro. I'm trying to get you ahead of the game. That's all. What's funny is I have my kid up here. Like he's attached to my hip at all times at this point. I had to wake up last night at like 4 a.m. I know it's like, oh, he had to wake up once. Liz usually takes care of it. Hats off to her. I had to wake up at like 6:30 for work, but I woke up at 4 to try to put the kid back to sleep. Bro, he didn't go to bed till like 5:30, and I was like, oh, fuck. If I go back to sleep now, I can get like 10 minutes to sleep. And I fucking overslept, so. The link is in the community tab, people, just so you know. Just in case. I'm just going to get it ready. Bro, my eyes started burning. There we go. Mr. Joker says the oversleeping is real. Ha, that's amazing. Always think you could wake back up in 20, 30 minutes. Hell no. An hour later. Haha. Bro, for real. So normally when the kid wakes me up that early, I usually just stay awake and I'll fuck with the Discord. The Discord was dead. So I was like, you know what? Let me try to go back to sleep for a couple minutes. We have a caller on the line. Give me 1 second. Caller. Let me put you into the green room and then we'll intro you in. Ladies and gentlemen, we have the one, the only, #1 Panther fan in the nation, Danielle. Danielle, can you hear us? Apparently she has not fixed it. Danielle, caller, are you on the line? All right. 3 seconds. 1, 2, 3. Danielle. All right, try back in. I had to kick her. Oh, she's calling back in. Hello, caller. Are you on the line? Danielle, figure it out. Figure it out first. And she's calling me back. Hello? Hello? Try one more time. Okay. Guest has muted their selves. Bro, what's happening here? Daniel's out here hacking us now at this point. All right, Danielle, I'm gonna hang up. You're tripping me out. Danielle, what are we doing? Hello, caller, are you on the line? Bro, Danielle, stop it. Oh my God, Danielle, you're fucking with me. Take a breath, Danielle, and then come back. Come back in. We got a spot waiting for you. Bro. Thomas says, I'm a big fan, but I'm still on the fence of the Jack Daniel's Black 7-year. Have to revisit in a few. I'm not saying get it. Because again, the Jack Daniel's Black 7-year is very like 1/2 dimensional. Vanilla, caramel, oak. That's it. You're not getting anything more than that. You're just getting a decent budget bottle. The issue is it lacks proof. So if you're like one of those guys that are like, oh, I gotta have the highest proof, don't get it, because that's not it. I think it has good flavors for being low proof. That's why I like it so much. And it's cheap. It's $18 around me. You can't get better than that. But that's why. But $18, can you really say, hey, I can pass up on a 750 milliliter for $18? No, I don't think you can. So pick it up when you can. It should be there. Eric said it sent me to a video on how to live stream. Eric, I don't know what's happening on your side, bud, but I don't know what you're doing. Miss Mom said Bueller. Yeah, facts, Mr. Mom. Chris said, long-time listener, first-time caller. Sometimes it's like that, bro. Sometimes it's like that. Danielle says that the Leafs didn't pay for her internet, apparently. Thomas said, just poured one now. Miss Mom said he saw a live stream that was actually buck fucking wild. No, anybody that pops in, unless they do it like mid-live of like them being on there, I can see you before you pop in, so I know what's playing. So if you're playing a video, I can see it. Danielle, maybe refresh your phone, then call back in then. Don't know what to tell you there. I can't fix that. You can click the community page. Yeah, there's a link there. Maybe that's different from whatever you're clicking on now. Tuxedo, you could show them all how it's done. I'm just saying. Just throwing it out there, Mr. Wrench. Eric says, I don't know what the community page is. Eric, you've been here long enough. I don't know what else to tell you. Dallas Hickson just subscribed. Dallas, welcome to the family. Welcome to the stream. Welcome to the chaos, bud. Appreciate the subscription. Glad you joined us. Dallas, if you want to call in and say hey, feel free to call in. The link is in the chat and also on the community page. You don't have to put your video on. You can just put your audio on and say hey. But at the same time, video is always appreciated, so that way I know who I'm talking to. Or we can figure out that it's working. Eric keeps wanting me to go to the party chat. It's easier. Eric, if we end the live stream in the next 15 minutes, I'll go to the party chat. If not, then we're Orange Cat said I could. I'm watching a parlay. Orange Cat, if you're watching a parlay without me, I'm disappointed. Julia says, boy busy or boy bussy? Boy bussy sussy? Julian, you're fucking freaking me out here with how many times you're spamming that in here. Hey, you're sussy, bro. What are you going to do? Come in here and tell me I'm sus? I mean, facts, but at the same time, like, you're not really right. UWU sussy bussy. You're sussy bussy, boy. He said sorry. It's okay. Don't be sorry. Just be careful. It's all right. I still love you regardless. I appreciate you popping in the stream. Feel free to subscribe if you want to like pop in every Friday around, I don't know, 9 p.m. Eastern time. That's when we go live, but basically, for anybody that is new, what we do here is we talk about bourbon, we talk about whiskey, we do reviews, we do live tastings. We like to sit back, chill, have a good time, hang out on Fridays, mainly Fridays. We go live other days too, but Fridays is our main day. We try to give you guys some kind of content that's new, try to give you guys something that's, you know, a little bit different. And then we like to kick back and hang out with you guys, chat with the chat, have you guys call in. Julius, if you want to call in, bud, the link's in the chat. Feel free to call in, bud. Call me sus there if you want to. Mr. Mom says, are you excited about anything new? What's on the horizon bourbon-wise? Mr. Mom, so I'm pumped. Next month, it's supposed to be the Redwood Empire 101. So like basically bottom bond version. I'm also pumped for the BTAC lineup drop come the holidays. My mindset come October and September is always towards like the holiday drops. you know, because September's usually dead. Granted, it's usually dead. Redwood Empire is supposed to drop their small lot series lineup, the Devil's Tower, Screaming Titan, shit like that. And those are cool. I want to get those, obviously. Granted, that's just me. But the 101 Redwood Empire, and then the BTAC series lineup come October, November, and then a lot of the stores that are like smaller that have allocations, but they save it up for the end of the year. Usually, they do it around October, November, Black Friday esque, right, to get you in the store to buy their other shit too. So I'm pumped for that. I'm gonna try and do as much content as I possibly can around that time. I can't promise you it's gonna be a lot though, so we'll try our best. But granted, Mr. Mom, I'm here. Honestly, I'm pumped to try new things, regardless what it is. Well, all right, ladies and gentlemen, you have 9 minutes for somebody to call in, or we're gonna end the stream. Or I'm gonna go over to fucking TikTok, because TikTok be bumping. Chris says, you know if the Lost Monarch from Redwood Empire is any good? I have it right here. This bottle, the little blue label one. I like it. It's $30. It's not anything like super special though. Some people don't like it because it's a blended whiskey. Pipe Dream, I believe, is better, but I do like the Lost Monarch. I like it because I can sip on it, I can sit back, I can drink it, and not even like think about it. I don't have to be like, ooh, is this like super fancy? No, it's $30. I know what I'm getting. I'm getting a decent drink, but that's about it. The Pipe Dream's a little better, but I do like the Lost Monarch. But apparently somebody tried it that I recommended. They didn't like it, so. Mr. Mom says, I'm eager to try some Eagle Rare. You've never tried Eagle Rare? That is, oh, Gary Kramer in the chat says, hey guys, I was out. Gary, you got to put in PTO if you're going to be out like that. That's a you thing, not a me thing. Well, all right, ladies and gentlemen, we're about at the hour mark for the late night pour. We are already on our second stream. Thomas says, I've been calling liquor stores in the Detroit area to see if any of them are getting any LE Four Roses before Christmas. I doubt it, but good luck calling. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go over to the Discord. If you guys... let me see if I got the post. Shut that guy up. And Thomas said, good night all. Danielle says, party chat. Mr. Mom says, I want the pipe dream 101. So do I. That's what I'm hoping for. I'm hoping that it's going to come across fairly good. So, ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to go head over to the late night hangout in the Discord. If you don't have the Discord, Eric, Danielle, Tuxedo, somebody drop the Discord link just so everybody has the opportunity to pop in if they want it. Discord is basically a chat room where we talk about dumb shit all fucking day. We try to keep it about bourbon and whiskey, but it usually goes veer off course because you guys know the chat. That's just how it is. But I'm going to go hang out in the party chat. Chris Cunningham says, Pipe Dream, is that the rye one? No, Pipe Dream is the bourbon one. Emerald Giant is the rye one. The rye Emerald Giant was also in the blind that I did earlier. So if you go over to my channel, you go to the live tab, you'll see the blind of all the ryes. You can see where that fell. But I'm gonna go hang out in the Discord for a while. I'm gonna do a little chat from the phone, hang out for a minute, and then probably go to bed. But yeah, go check all that stuff out. Of course, Orange Cat says goes completely off the rails. Absolutely, I expect nothing less. But if you haven't already, there we go. If you haven't already, like, subscribe, do all that jazz. And of course, ladies and gentlemen, I will see you on the other side. Maybe tomorrow. Maybe we go live for the college football games tomorrow. You never know. Regardless, I'll see you, ladies and gentlemen, on the other side. Peace.